Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha. The following Leela of Baba is taken from Sai Prasad magazine issued on 2004 in Datta Jayanti issue. Baba's Magical Chilam. Shankar Rao Nerurkar, a resident of Dadar, Mumbai, states, I was extremely fortunate to have grown up in a family that was utterly devoted to Baba. My father, who passed away in 2003 at the age of 94 years, was an ardent devotee. Baba was the only God that he knew. His day started with worship of Baba, and throughout the day, his conversation was about Baba. The entire day he chanted Baba's name and read the Sri Sai Satcharitra. Thus, my home was steeped in spiritual energy. When I got married, my father-in-law Manohar Divatkar was also a devotee of Baba and had visited Shirdi when he was about 4 years old. His father, Rao Bahadur Divatkar, was a fervent devotee too and was closely associated with Baba between 1910 right up to Baba's Mahasamadhi in 1918. During that period, Rao Bahadur visited Shirdi frequently and happily performed any service that he could for Baba. He was soft spoken, kind, and helpful. In fact, he lived his life in a way that Baba would have approved of. Baba was his Sadguru and he knew no other God or Guru. His day began with Baba's name on his lips and ended with thanksgiving to Baba. Once Rao Bahadur narrated an interesting Leela that happened when he was at Shirdi. In those days, the Dwarka Mai was an old dilapidated building. The mud floor was coated with the slurry of cow dung. Baba was seated in his usual place near the railing of sanctum and was surrounded by his devotees. Shama and Mahalsapati were seated next to him, while the other devotees such as Dikshit, Nimorkar and Dengle were seated in front of him. Some devotee was lovingly massaging Baba's feet while another was massaging his back. Rao Bahadur entered the sanctum and sat in front of Baba and with Manohar on his lap. Baba was chatting with his devotees when Shama handed him his chilam. Baba took a puff and handed it to devotee who took a puff and respectfully gave it to Baba. Taking another puff, Baba passed the chilam around. A short while later, Baba had a bout of cough and it was hacking cough and Rao Bahadur was concerned. Nevertheless, Baba continued smoking and coughing simultaneously. Rao Bahadur couldn't contain himself and rather timidly he said, Baba, you smoke too much. Doesn't your stomach ache? Rao Bahadur expected Baba to fly into a rage, but Baba chuckled and said, Arey, you should smoke my chilam too. Here, take my chilam and have a puff. Rao Bahadur had never smoked before, so he hesitantly said, Baba, as I have never smoked previously, I will be unable to smoke your chilam. Baba, however, was determined to make Rao Bahadur take a puff or two. So he pressed his chilam into his hand. Go ahead and take a puff or two and see what happens. Now, Rao Bahadur had no other choice. If he didn't follow his Guru's orders, he would be committing a grave sin. He knew that he had to promptly obey his Guru or he would lose all the spiritual wealth he had accumulated. Rao Bahadur nervously held the chilam to his lips and took a puff. Then another puff. Baba encouraged him to continue smoking and Rao Bahadur obeyed. A short while later, when he took the next puff, ambrosia started dripping from the chilam. It was thick, sweet, fragrant, nectar that was dripping from the mouthpiece. Rao Bahadur tasted it and became ecstatic. Baba looked at him and chuckled. As the ambrosia continued to flow, Rao Bahadur gave a little to Manohar as it was Baba's blessing. Then he passed it around to all the devotees so that everyone could partake of Baba's ambrosia. Baba watched the whole scene with a smile on his lips. Then he looked up as if he was looking at heaven and said, Allah Malik, Allah Malik. Baba burns the prarabdha destiny of his devotees and blows away the ashes. Then he bestows his ambrosial grace on them. Om Sai Ram. Om Sai, bless your all devotees.